Welcome friends, welcome to Simzuu. In our journey of seeking knowledge, we begin again. Now friends, what has happened is, since November, we have had the implementation of the labor codes. And that is why we are going to start with the labor codes now. And as you are aware, it's talked all over, it's the talk of the town, what are the labor codes. So friends, I was talking, people in Dubai and people in Singapore appear to be more intelligent than us. No. In fact, we have more natural resources, we have mountains, we have the sea, we have the rivers, we have the snow, we have the desert, everything. But how come they thrive on in business and earn more money? Because they eye on the Indian population. Anyway, that's not the point of our discussion. The question is, all these things prevailed. It's a very complex sort of a thing. It's not only work. It's not only labor. It's not only management. It's a mix of everything, which the government of India had in contemplation for years together. And that is why a time and a need was felt that yes, something has to be done at a level wherein we are going to slowly change everything. And this is the beginning, we would say the commencement, and we usher into a new era. Now friends, what is the necessity of this? First, what does it achieve? First, it is simplification of the laws. 29 laws in the eyes of the Indian government had to be repealed because they did not serve much purpose. Overlapping definitions, difficulty of understanding, difficulty of implementation, giving rise to multifarious litigations. You see the amount of and the quantum of litigation which is there in India everywhere. So that is why one was a simplification which we can see. Then friends, what we see further down is that after the simplification of the labor laws, we had to have a uniformity also. Different laws apply to different sectors, creating confusion. Labor codes ensure that uniform rules are made, and then is the ease of compliance. I have heard stories that in a foreign country, if you just have to dream that you want to start a company, and then the law and the simplification and the ease of doing business is so simple, by that the end of the day, you have already launched a company, already done whatever is the necessity. Already you have applied for whatever are the permissions, and by evening you have got the permissions also, because those people want their citizens to do business, earn more money. And if you and me both all start earning more money, naturally the current country also is going to be rich. And our competition, that is why what I was trying to tell you is that it is your country, what laws you make is your problem. Asian tigers like Taiwan, Singapore, Japan, China, and the Western players, so many of them, all of them, Germany, USA, they are hardly bothered what you do in your country. So someday, sometime, we had to do this, and then it's a welcome move. I will not say that it's not welcome. Yes, if it is going to do something for the betterment of India, we all need it. Ease of compliance is the labor codes reduce the burden through a single registration and licensing in Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act. Then there are so many other acts which have been repealed, so much of licensing, so much of all of those things which was really put up. So the question, friends, is that we all require. Then is improved worker protection also. Sometimes what happens is, it's somebody crying wolf, that the Indian worker is in danger, is not going to do this thing. And the legacy is of trade unionism, which were built right from Mahatma Gandhi himself, B.P. Wadia, Maniben Kara. Then you had people like Sripad Amrut Dange, N.M. Joshi, Manvendranath Roy. So many of them, till George Fernandez, till yesteryear, and then there are local leaders also, and everything is going to be jeopardized, and everything, the movement itself would be at stake. All the bogey was raised as far as all of these things are concerned, which, of course, time is the best healer, time is the best solution, and time is going to also tell us. And there could be changes, and we have a flexi government. When if at all changes are needed, we are going to change it. And then had it not been, there would not have been amendments to all the earlier laws also. Say Industrial Disputes Act, so many laws were there, so many amendments were there. Then is formalization of a workforce. A large part of Indian workforce is informal. There are new types of workforce now which we have, that is a gig worker and platform worker, something which was unheard of earlier. And these are also entitled to protection. Very recently, I read somewhere that the 10-minute delivery was quite opposed by all these platform and gig workers. 10-minute delivery, and you are very happy that I ask for a pizza and in 10 minutes it's delivered at your doorstep. Who does this? You are only giving that person, who is also a human being, only 10 minutes to process the orders. Does he get paid extra for that? No. Are you giving him overtime? No. Are you giving him additional some surcharge or something? Again, the answer is no. You are just exploiting him. And that is why, these people have gone on a strike. I don't know what's the fate of the strike. Then is simplified labor laws encourage businesses to expand and hire more workers. I'm not delving into the intricacies and the depth of the codes right now. We are just saying what it serves. So one is to boost the employment. We are going to have all these codes. And then is balanced employer-employee relationships. Labor codes aim to balance rights with business flexibility. Sometimes we have seen so many things, recognition of a trade union, that trade unions, just to get a simple recognition, we took donkey's years in courts of law. Ultimately, the industrial court granted us a recognition certificate, and it's just a verdict. So it's ultimately challenged before the High Court and then the Supreme Court. So it took donkey's years for the final recognition to come. Now, many a times there were inter-union rivalries, intra-union rivalries, and the unions also indulge into kill cat competitions, kill each other. So this is something it should not. And then the ease of doing business also, friends, is very, very important. That India is now a global player, and ultimately you see you have to adapt to modern economy. Charles Darwin was right. Survival of the fittest. If you don't adapt to change and the changing environment, AI we are having knocking the doors, that's going to reduce employment. But in other areas, employment is going to increase also. We are going to have new avenues. Gig workers are something different. Platform workers are different. Virtual businesses are different. Then the concepts of work have changed. The concepts of workmen have changed. We are going to see all these things in detail. So friends, today what we see is the 10 points which I told you, ultimately squaring it down to one. It is simplification, ease of doing business, encouraging businessmen. India is a land of entrepreneurs. So we have so many entrepreneurs. But then their entrepreneurial skills do not come to the fore looking at the labor laws. They are scared of it. The ghost of labor laws, and then so many of that, it ever haunts them. So this is simplified. And I believe that the making of the rules is on the horizon, and when we have the rules, that's going to make the picture more clear. So friends, we have started with concepts in labor codes. Now we are going to take everything. It might take more than 100 videos also. So advice to you, those who have not seen our earlier videos, do see it. Those who want to see and continue, naturally you know what is to be done for that. And it's time for me to bid a goodbye. Next time we come with something new. Yes, friends, thank you so much.